Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be Dungeons and Dragons issue 58. We get some turquoisey coloured dice with this one, some light blue dice. So come and join me on the desk and we'll have a look through it. Hey lovelies. Right, issue 58, Dungeons and Dragons Adventure. We get some aquamarine teal type dice. What's it saying? Actually, they're more of a bluey colour. What's it say they are? Turquoise dice. There you go. Right, issue 58. Diplomacy, part 4. Your character's background and feats can give you the gift of the gab or make you an expert in social etiquette. Backgrounds. The circumstances of your birth or the details of how you become an adventurer might include the acquisition of skills that make you a better debater or more in touch with those in a negotiation. The backgrounds below give you the necessary social knowledge or authority to handle diplomatic situations. Noble. When you understand wealth, power and privilege of someone with the noble background, you know how to interact with powerful individuals more easily. Proficiency in charisma, persuasion helps push the conversation in the direction you'd like. Sage. Being the smartest person in the room gives you an intellectual authority others might not have. And hermit, a classic scene in a fantasy story, is when a wise old hermit suddenly appears in the middle of court with an earth-shaking revelation. The discovery granted to you by your background, your outsider status, will make it difficult to negotiate with the political establishment, but maybe you'll find unexpected allies in people who want to shake things up. So, feats, actor, linguist, observant. Species. Every species has the potential to be eloquent and insightful, and some have uncommon advantages not revealed by their ability scores. Junior DMs. One encounter at a time. One way for younger gamers to practice DMing is by first having them help your group's current DM run individual encounters. Okay? Got a wormling who wants to be a dungeon master for the first time. It may seem a daunting task, but luckily there are strategies you could use to help kids make the leap from just watching to running a game. So, advice there on how to do so. Co-dungeon mastering. So, a co-host, as it were. Building a dungeon part 2. Figuring out who created a dungeon and why helps flesh out its history and character. Dungeon purpose, D20, death trap, lair, maze, mine, planar gate, stronghold, temple or shrine, tomb, treasure vault. Drider. This dungeon is death trap. This dungeon is built to eliminate any creature that dares to enter. Dungeon creator. Dungeon creator was a beholder, cult or religious group, dwarves, elves, including drow, giants, hobgoblins, humans, sahorgin, lich, mind flayers, yuanti, no creator, natural caverns. Cults and religions. So you've got that there. Dungeon history, key event, abandoned by its creators, abandoned due to plague, conquered by invaders. Its creators were destroyed by attacking raiders. Its creators were destroyed by a discovery made at the site. Its creators were destroyed by internal conflict. Its creators were destroyed by magical catastrophe. Its creators were destroyed by a natural disaster. Its location was cursed by the gods and shunned. Its original creator is still in control. It's been overrun by planar creatures. It is the site of a great miracle. Building a dungeon part 3. Giving a dungeon a backstory adds a valuable depth, but the creatures that live in it now are the most important part. dungeon ecology, dungeon factions, difficulty setting. Then we have supernatural regions. Step inside a place that's pulsing with magical or otherworldly forces, such as an angelic area or blessed radiance. In a world where plants might uproot themselves and go for a wander, a sentient sword might discuss the benefits of diplomacy, or eating a mushroom might turn your skin hot pink with yellow spots. Characters should expect the unexpected when travelling in even seemingly mundane areas. You might come upon a landscape that's been fundamentally changed by magical forces, alien interlopers, or tragic events. Oh, another D100 rolling chart. Blessed Radiance effects. Radiant energy erupts in a 10-foot radius sphere, centered on one random creature in the region. Each creature in the sphere that isn't undead regains 3d6 hit points. That's nice. One character in the region gains the ability to cure afflictions for 1 hour. As an action, they can touch a creature and end either one condition, blinded, charmed, deafened, paralyzed, petrified, or poisoned, or one disease afflicting it, or reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1. Alternatively, they can end one curse, one effect, reducing the target's hit point maximum, or remove any reduction to one of the target's ability scores. Supernatural regions. Places affected by the far realm might call forth terrifying monstrosities or fill with squirming limbs, fanged mouths, or weeping eyes. If you are planning a trip beyond the outer planes of existence, might we suggest the far realm? All who dwell there are eventually twisted into alien shapes by the realm's seething eldritch forces, transforming over aeons into abominations or elder evils. On second thoughts, maybe not. So, far realm effects. Yeah, you did hear me right. I did have to say it twice. Effects. Far realm effects. A structure in the region whispers faintly. Any creature within 60 feet of the structure that can hear it must succeed a DC 12 wisdom saving throw or be charmed. The landscape melts into a mass of writhing flesh. Eyes and fanged mouths. From an unoccupied space in the fleshy ground arise 1d4 plus 5 Zorn that attack anyone on sight. A tear in reality creates a rift in the region that passes through the far realm and connects with a random plane. Any creature that enters the rift takes 55 10d10 psychic damage for the horrors of the far realm. The creature appears in an empty space closest to the rift's opening on another random plane. The rift vanishes after 2d10 plus 2 hours. Giants, part 2, hill giants. There's our giant from the encounter the other week. Hill giant bags. Like others of their kind, hill giants carry around their personal possessions in enormous bags. For hill giants, these possessions will almost certainly include whatever food they can collect: entire wheels of cheese, a whole cow carcass, berry bushes yanked out by their roots, etc. Objects might also include human tools, repurposed for the hill giant's use, such as a shovel used as a spoon or a spear for toothpicks, as well as a favourite rock or even living prisoner. Quite possibly their bags hold treasure as well, although who can say what a hill giant would find interesting enough to collect that isn't food? Right, here we go. Encounter number 58. Return to Gauntlgrim. The characters continue on their journey back to Gauntlgrim after dealing with the Thunderspear orcs in the crags. With them are the reinstated leader of Thunderspear orcs, Tirka, and Vanver. An envoy from the king of Gauntlgrim to the Thunder Spears. Unbeknownst to the party, however, the undead hordes, now led by Cresia, the Undying, have begun their siege on Gauntlgrim, blocking their path back to meet with King Bruenor Battlehammer. The party must make their way through an unused smuggler's tunnel and contend with the threats within to make their way to the Dwarven city. Okay. So, Gates of Gauntlgrim. As the characters continue onward, they find more bodies, both dwarf and orc, until they reach the end of their journey. The character with the highest passive wisdom perception score hears it first, the sounds of battle from up ahead. Read or paraphrase the following. So, alternative route, smuggler's route. And then we have Hook Horror's Den. So it's a bridge and there's a chasm. This is the side view of the bridge here. Right, navigating the secret tunnel. Green slime attack. Hook Horrors. What have we got? Juvenile Hook Horror. We got zombies. A Hook Horror. That's this thing here. And we have an ogre zombie. That's where I left my sword. Cool. Right, let's have a look at this then, shall we? Come on. I like the colour of these turquoise. They are rather lush. I think they look good, to be quite honest. Oh, an 18 straight off the bat. An 8 on the D20. 12. A 3. 2. A 9. 5. 16. 17. 13, 14, 4, 7, 15, or 1, 10, 12, 17. That's not too bad. I might live with that one. I quite like them, so I might add them to my game pile. So I just want to go back slightly to last week's issue where we got another tin, and whilst I think these tins are nice, it would have been much more useful if we got some dice bags, you know, some nice dice bags, big dice bags, you know, that are capable of holding our many sets. That would have been much better than all the tins we've got. But hey, there you go. Right. Okie dokie. That is... Come back. Issue 58, Dungeons & Dragons Adventure. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.